Welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. The bandwagon effect is a cognitive bias defined by Wikipedia as a tendency to do or believe things because many other people do or believe the same. Investors follow the lead of others. The more investors following a deal, the more investors are willing to join. Investors look for lead investors who will negotiate the terms and diligence it. To avoid the bandwagon effect in funding a startup, look for experienced investors to follow. Review carefully the diligence report to see if it matches your expectations. Verify stated information with other sources. And challenge the assumptions to understand the deal in more detail. For example, if the startup indicates they have revenue, investigate further the quality of that revenue. Is it recurring revenue? Is it concentrated revenue? Avoid situations where the investors are excited about the deal, but no one is actually leading the deal and no one is reviewing the diligence. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start us something today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.